Hey guys, so in this video we're actually going to take a look at how do you solve a equation that has a variable in the exponent using logarithms. So the very first thing that we want to take a look at is when you have a complicated expression like this in parentheses, go ahead and take care of that first. So very first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to say, okay, if I do 1 plus 0.06 over 12, on the calculator, I get 1.005. So just rewriting that very quickly here, we go, this is 8,000 equals 5,000 times, and we said it was 1.005, and it's still to the 12t. So taking a look now, one of the things that we want to imagine here is that this t we know is a variable, but it's also attached to the 12. And then because it's an exponent, it actually captures this entire parenthesis set. So everything that's in the green box here is basically the variable that we need to get by itself. So that means in order to do that, I'm going to have to divide both sides of this equation by whatever's multiplying this green box. Well, the 5,000 is multiplying the green box, so I need to divide both sides of the equation by 5,000. Now, taking a look at this, I can say, okay, this is going to give me whatever 8 over 5 is. I'll calculate that on the calculator here in a moment. And then I'll say, okay, these just cross out. So now we're left with just 1 to the 0.005. And then that 12t is still an exponent right there. Okay, so now sliding up here and taking a look, 8 over 5, that is going to be, let's see, that's going to be 1, and then there's 3 left over. 3 over 5 is 0.6 equals, and then I have 1.005 to the 12t. Okay, so now at this point, this is the step where what you're going to do is put parentheses around this side because we're going to log both sides. Now, by taking the log of both sides here, what this is going to allow us to do is it's going to allow us to take this 12t that's right here, and we've learned that that 12t can just move right to the front. So that's what we're about to do in the next line. So to show you what that's going to look like, remember this is now a logarithm that has 1.6, and it's going to equal 12t times the log. I'm going to start writing my logs in cursive just because it's a little bit easier for me on this tablet. 0.005. Okay, so again, what we're trying to do is we need to get this variable t by itself. So that's our goal. Well, right now, I can see that it's being multiplied by 12, and it's also being multiplied by this log 1.005. So what I know I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to divide this entire side and this entire side. Well, what am I going to divide by? Okay, well, I see 12 is being multiplied by t, so I know I'm going to have to divide by 12. So go ahead and do that on both sides. I also know that I need to get rid of this log 1.005, and the only way to do that, because it's multiplying the t, is to also divide by that same logarithm on the right-hand side. But that means that I have to come over here to the left-hand side and make sure that I do the same thing. Now, this over here is going to cross out. The entire logarithm is going to cross out. So what I have now is t by itself over on this side. So t is going to be equal to log of 1.6 over 12 log, and then 1.005. Now, I'm about to type this into the calculator, and I'll write down exactly what I'm typing in, but this answer that I'm highlighting here in orange, on a multiple choice exam, sometimes they'll write the answer this way and just leave it alone. So be prepared on any multiple choice exam to just know that that might happen. Now on the calculator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in log 1.6. This big gigantic fraction bar means to divide. And here's one of the odd parts. It's going to be divided by 12 because 12 is in the bottom, but then there's also this log 1.005 in the bottom of the fraction. Because it's in the bottom, I have to hit divide again and then type in the log of 1.005. So typing that in very quickly here, I can say that it's, again, log 1.6, close the parenthesis, divided by 12, divided by log of 1.005, and we get an answer that's approximately 7.85. So 7.85 is our approximate answer for t.